Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your offline class. In previous class, I have discussed the two topic. First class was about the introduction of air around us, and second class about the layer of atmosphere. Okay, that is blanket of air surroundings our Earth's surface, that is known as atmosphere, and there I have described what is atmosphere and what are the different layers of atmosphere. Now, today I am going to discuss two more topic from your NCERT book Science. Okay. Now, before starting the chapter, I am going to ask you a question. Have you just heard about a weathercock? What is a weathercock? That is already been mentioned in your book figure 15.3 in the page number 147. A weathercock. Here I have written also a weathercock. This weathercock is an instrument, means in which direction the air is blowing. This is just for that direction, it shows the direction in which air is moving at that place. That is the main function of a weathercock. Okay, I hope you understood. Now I will start with the next topic. As there are so many activities along with the characteristics of air, that is air occupies space, air exert pressure. No. Now another thing, that is we have discussed that the layer extends up many kilometers above the surface of the earth is called atmosphere, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. You have already learned this portion, and as we move higher to the atmosphere, then air actually gets rarer. Okay, so means that may lead to problem of mountaineers, as mountaineers they actually carry oxygen cylinder. You must have seen some pictures, and in your book also figure 15.5, that is showing that mountaineers carry oxygen cylinder with them while climbing high mountains, as the oxygen gets rarer when they they are moving up forwards. Okay, so this is the main reason. Okay, now I am telling about the main components of air. As we know, and I have shown you a pie chart where I have shown you that there are different components of gases in our atmosphere, mainly 78% nitrogen, then 21% oxygen, then carbon dioxide and other gases 1%. Okay, now along with these gases also smoke, dust, then water vapor, these all are also present. Now first I am going to discuss about type of gases that is present in our atmosphere, that is water vapor. First comes to water vapor. Okay, here I have already mentioned one thing, that major components of air. First comes to water vapor. Now you can say water vapor is in the which form, means what is the state of matter in water vapor, that is in gaseous form. So you must write this is in gaseous form. Okay, now this water vapor is actually present in our atmosphere in gaseous form. And another thing, that is this water vapor is mainly responsible for humid condition of our surrounding. Humid means, humid, you know, when there is high amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, then this situation is called more humid or high humidity. Okay, and this high humidity leads to rainfall. Okay, now as in water cycle you have already learned this, that when air comes in contact with the cool surface, it just condenses and drops of water appears on the cool surface, and the presence of water vapor in air, this is very important for water cycle. Without the formation of water vapor, the rain can't occur. Okay, so this is very essential. You understood this point? I hope you understood. Okay, So this is actually found in gaseous form, and this is mainly responsible for a condition called humidity. When water vapor is present more, then the temperature is more humid, and that leads to rainfall, and when water vapor is less, then that is less humid. Okay, dry weather. Okay, next comes to oxygen. As you know, oxygen is very essential for our survival. Now there is an experiment in your book that air has oxygen or not. Okay, in the presence of your teacher, this has been mentioned in your book that in 148 page, fix 2 small candles at the same length on the table and light both the candles, and cover one of the candles with an inverted glass tumbler and observe both the candles carefully. So there are 2 candles has been placed on a table, and one candle is just covered with a tumbler and another is just kept outside. Now we have to observe the both candle. So you must have observed that the candle covered with gas tumbler got extinguished after some time, whereas the other candle continued burning, which is already present in the air, and there is no covering of tumbler. Now, so from this experiment we have just a conclusion that for burning, oxygen is very necessary. When the tumbler is being covered in that, when the tumbler is being used to cover the one candle, and then that candle actually extinguished due to there is absence of oxygen in that tumbler. Okay, so we have concluded this that this is extinguished because of the components of the components inside the glass tumbler. There the main components, there is presence of air inside the glass tumbler, but there is absence of oxygen in inside the glass tumbler, so that the candle extinguished. Okay, and that is actually limited, very limited oxygen was there. Okay, that is why it was extinguished. Okay, now most components is used by the burning candles, however in other candles getting continued the supply of air, so it was not extinguished, and these components of air which support burning is called oxygen. So here the main function is support burning. Okay, now I have told you one thing, that inside the glass tumbler there is also presence of air, but there is limited oxygen, but that oxygen is already been used up by that candle which was just burned over there. Okay, so there was no oxygen, due to which the candle was extinguished, but there is presence of other components of air in this. There must be presence of a gas which actually inhibit the burning. The name of that gases you have already learned, that is called as nitrogen. Nitrogen, it does not support burning. Okay, so nitrogen does not support burning, but oxygen support burning. So you have to remember this point. Okay students, so you have learned. And another thing, that is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide in a closed room, if there is some material that is burning, you must have felt suffocation. As you know, this suffocation is due to the production of carbon dioxide over that area, in that closed area. Okay, so this carbon dioxide actually, the more amount of carbon dioxide leads to pollution, and as you know that plants and animals consume oxygen for respiration and produce carbon dioxide. Okay, now as you know that we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, not only we inhale oxygen, along with oxygen carbon dioxide also we inhale, but the more amount we inhale, that is oxygen, and the more amount we exhale, that is carbon dioxide rather than oxygen. So during inhalation, both oxygen and carbon dioxide enters to our nose. Okay, nasal passage, but the more amount is oxygen. and during exhalation also the more amount of carbon dioxide is exhaled through our nasal passage along with the small amount of oxygen. So you have to remember this point. Now from us plant is actually getting carbon dioxide. As you know, plants for their photosynthesis, that is their preparation of food, photosynthesis actually takes place in green plants, you know, and for their photosynthesis carbon dioxide it is very necessary. They make their own food, they prepare their own food in presence of sunlight energy and the carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere. Okay, so by this way these all gases are utilized by different types of animals. Okay, I hope you understood. Now there is an advisory act that it is advisable not to burn dry leaves and discarded remains of the crop. It pollute our surrounding, as the burning of this all creates just huge amount of carbon dioxide along with some harmful gases, so that it is mandatory. You have to just remember this point. Okay, and along with these components I have discussed, that is water vapor, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Another components of air, just like dust and smoke, they are very just tiny particles, you know, and they are actually very fine dust particles and few gases. Actually smoke is nothing, that is actually made of few gases, they are harmful. Okay, so the burning of fuel produce smoke, and fuel produce smoke, and smoke contains so many gases that are harmful for us. Okay, so you have understood this point. And another thing, have you seen chimneys in factories? From that chimneys in the upper side actually smoke is coming out. That smoke contains so many harmful gases that are hazardous for our health. Okay, I hope you understood. And another thing, if you want to observe the presence of dust in air with sunlight, you must do the activity 4 from your book. That is very easy. Okay, I hope you understood. And in the next class I will discuss the next subtopic from your NCERT book science, that is how does oxygen become available to animals and plants living in water and soil. Okay students, that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.